Scorpio, hello. Welcome to Coffee, Sage, and Tarot. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying the change of season. Uh, this is going to be your monthly reading for the month of October 2025. We're going to take a look at your past, your current, and your future energies as we head into the month of October. We're also going to have a clarifier card here that I will flip over at the end, and the hope is that will tie everything together here. Okay, I pre-shuffled the cards. I'm just going to shuffle them up a little bit more. And we will see what the cards have to say today. Thank you. Okay, High Priestess here in your past, Eight of Pentacles in your present, King of Pentacles in your future. So some really beautiful energy here, and that's awesome. That's what I like to see for just any sign. High Priestess here, really deepening that connection to your intuition here. Perhaps some of you are manifesting and really kind of doing that a lot, but really relying on the information that you can't see and really giving weight to that, right? Perhaps some of you are really trying to dive in and hone your intuition, or you've just been leaning on that for some time here, right? And so that really is quite lovely to see. And there does feel like a sense of security, in the sense that feeling secure in your intuition, right? Feeling rooted in that intuition and just really letting that guide you. You've made a decision to do that, and that's where we are, right? Heading into the current energy here with that Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're working hard and just really, Scorpio, I feel like you're so close. You know what I mean? You are so close. And you keep inching forward. Just if one word I think could describe you this year, it could be perseverance, right? Just keep it going. And that's really what I'm seeing here, more of that as your current energy here. King of Pentacles as we head into October, success, right? Some sort of tangible success here, which is really quite lovely to see. And hopefully as we head into October, all of this hard work, all of this diligence, all of this perseverance is finally paying off for you. Ace of Swords in the shadow, Two of Wands, and that 10 of Swords here. Yeah, making a choice. That's interesting, eh? It feels like, okay, so something new is coming. Are we going to focus on the new thing, or are we going to focus on how rough it was to get to the new thing, right? That's what I'm feeling in that shadow here. And, it's just, where do you want to direct your energy? Because where you direct, are you, optimistic, pessimistic, any of that? It really guides or really colors your perception of what's happening to you. And so what's the story you want to tell? What's the story you want to embrace? Focusing on what's new and exciting and what lays ahead of you, or what is behind you, right? So really interesting there in that shadow. Let's go ahead and clarify for you, Scorpio. Let's go ahead and clarify for Scorpio, please. And just one more time. Thank you. Wow, all wand energy, eh? Wow, 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 wow. Huh. There's not a single cup on your board here. And it's interesting. I pointed this out to Cancer as well, but I'm going to point it out to you. All of the signs here that I've read for, they have not existed in their element, meaning like you're outside your element. Maybe you're not feeling like yourself, or you're growing, expanding on the limits of who you are. And so it's interesting here, like not a single cup on the board. Crazy. Clarifying High Priestess here, we have that Eight of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Six of Wands. So definitely moving energy, right? Moving into this idea of being open. Now's the time to do the thing. You are moving. Your energy is, you are your driving force. And it, you know, as I said earlier, just feeling secure in where you are, who you are, that is definitely propelling you forward here. And you're feeling good. You've perhaps for some of you, you've seen some sort of recognition for all this hard work that you've been doing, and that's propelling you to move forward. That's keeping you going. You've had some success in some area here in your past, and you're saying, I'm gonna use this to propel me forward, to continue on in whatever it is that I'm doing, right? But all fire energy, you are driven, you're focused, laser focused here, and you're like, I am doing this, and I know my reason why, and I know with my whole heart where I'm going, what direction I want to be in, and I will get myself there, right? So that's what I'm seeing here for that past energy. It's beautiful. Heading into the current energy with that Eight of Pentacles, we've got the Hierophant, the Ten of Wands, and the Sun, putting an end to something. It's interesting here that we have the Priestess and we have the Hierophant, right? So I'm going to say what's coming to me, which is that Priestess energy is free flowing, and with the Hierophant here, it's almost like relaxing around the structure, or relaxing around putting an end to the idea, right? With that 10 there. That everything needs to be planned, or everything needs to go according, or everything needs to be regimented, right? Some aspect of that is you're done with. That everything has to go by the book. It doesn't. I feel like I'm not. Words are. You're done with how it looks on paper. You're done with worrying about how it looks on paper. You're done worrying about what society thinks of what you're doing. You're doing this for you. You're doing this because you believe it to be the case. Right? Some aspect of societal pressures, you're done with it. Right? Like, I don't know. They say you should be married by this age. You should have kids by this age. You should be far along in your career by this age. They say it's not normal to go back to school and do whatever. Whatever kind of aspect of that, you're done with listening to they. Okay? You're done letting them dictate how you're going to feel. Right? Because you've been working so hard on this, and it's almost like, I don't care to know who's saying what they think, I don't fit into that box, and I'm good with it. And there's almost a release there, right? With that 10 of Wands, it's like people pleasing, making sure everybody is tended to, making sure that you're checking the box for everybody, right? That you're fitting everybody's needs, but you're doing this for you. This is your journey. And so once you relinquish that idea of, checking all of their boxes, now you're checking yours. You're doing this. You are driving yourself. Nobody else is driving you. You are your motivating factor. And so we're letting go of what other people think. We're letting go of other people's standards. And being so diligent in checking all of these boxes, we're just worried about the vision that we see for ourselves and how to get us there. Okay, heading into October here with Temperance, the World, and the Five of Pentacles, success, right? Harmony here, the end of a chapter for sure. Definitely a lot major happening in October for you, Scorpio. That Five of Pentacles, it feels like, yeah, okay, you might be losing something here, but you're gaining so much more. The Hermit, it's your journey. The Moon here, it's your path. You are lighting your path, and you don't know where it takes you, right? But you are moving forward well. Right? Chariot, Hanged Man. You're doing this, and you're doing it alone. Right? All of this isolation here. But it's because you choose it. Right? This is your journey. You are secure in your intuition. You are secure in your knowing of, I might not have it yet, but I will have it soon. And you are letting it might even be this pull to something that you're not even sure why you're being pulled in this direction, but you are, and you're listening to yourself and your higher being. Right? And you're saying, I'm not going to let anything or anyone stop me. I will not be restricted by the confines of society or what other people tell me this should mean. You're listening to yourself. And in that, there's a freedom there. There's almost a rebirth there, or like a light, a release. Okay. In October here, yeah, it feels like, we have Temperance, we have the World card, right? And then we have this Five of Pentacles. So whatever this loss is, it's there. Perhaps you're even walking away from something, right? But the energy of the heart of these two cards here, right? Temperance and the World, the energy of that together, it's almost like, well, what is this? And did you even want it in the first place? Right? There's such a leveling up that's happening here with that success, and with that King of Pentacles too, right? It's like, okay, he's losing something. Does he even feel that loss as a king? In his success, does he even feel the weight of that? Right? And so, yeah, I just feel like heading into October, something's clicking here. And all of that work that you've been doing in your physical landscape, all of that hard work and perseverance, it's clicking. And maybe not in the way that you thought it would with that Five of Pentacles. It might be like a weird way to go about it. But it's happening. Regardless. Let's do some final thoughts for Scorpio. And again, right, going back to this, it's like, well, where do you want to direct your energy? And Temperance is behind that, right? Where do you want to direct your energy? And that's what I feel like we're going back to here with that Five of Pentacles. How do you want to frame this in your brain? Are you going to focus on that little tiny loss that you're feeling? Or are you going to realize, I've got this, and I'm being pulled in this direction for a reason, and I know where I'm headed, and nobody else is going to deter me from that? So that loss can be felt, but is that what you're going to focus on, right? Because I feel my gaze going there, and it's like, oh, the Five of Pentacles, that looks rough, but it's not, right? It's not in the scheme of things. Let's get some more clarification for Scorpio, please. It's almost like there's an urgent or a tendency or a desire to let this stop you, right? Is what I'm feeling. And so again, take that as it resonates, but it feels like you, whatever this Five of Pentacles is, it doesn't feel like much, but you're perceiving it as something big. Last time. Six of Pentacles. You're choosing what you give your energy to, right? 6, you're choosing what you give your energy to. You're choosing where you direct what you give. What are your priorities, right? And it could even be like, okay, you see all these hands reaching for this. I'm looking at this and it's like, it's overwhelming a bit. It's overwhelming a bit, right? All these people reaching. And maybe that's what you felt like. So you had to look inward. Everybody was reaching from you. Everybody wanted something from you. And it just became too much, or it felt overwhelming. And you're like, I need to give a piece here and here and here and here and here and here and here. And then there's nothing left. But you can select who is worth it. First of all, if it comes at a loss to you, is it worth giving? Right? And so you've answered that question. You've answered that call, right? And it feels like you really have figured out and gotten a good hold on, okay, I'm going to give to this and I'm going to give to this, but I'm going to hold some for me too, right? So really directing where you're giving, who you're giving to, what you're giving to, and why, and making sure that you're holding enough for yourself to still feel grounded and secure and on path, right? And not letting any of these hands kind of deviate or knock you off track. Page of Cups here. Oh, it's the first cup that we have, and it's a Page of Cups. Oh, goodness. Yeah, see? Okay, we're going to go back to him. But see here, right? With that Five of Pentacles, and then I've got the Nine of Swords. I literally felt like my stomach was dropping when I saw that Five of Pentacles. And that's this vibe, the Nine of Swords. Why is my energy focusing on this loss when it's a Five of Pentacles and you have this major arcana on the board? Right? So again, it's this idea, you're employing your king. You have some success happening in October here, right? So why are we letting a Five of Pentacles just linger with us so long, right? It's again, it really feels like going back to where are we going to direct our energy here? And right now I feel like Spirit is really trying to accentuate the point. Like, you can focus on what you're losing here, or you could focus on all the beautiful, harmony and balance in this beautiful chapter that's coming to a close here. And focus on what is in store for you now and where you have progressed to this moment, right? Are you going to focus on what's in front of you, or are you going to focus on what's behind you? And it's almost like, see, Scorpio? Page of Cups here. He's kind of in his own la la land here. With the Page of Cups, I always get a little leery because what is he offering? He's drinking his own gift, right? He's drinking from his own cup. And I think that's what we focus on here. He's doing his own thing, this page. And he's fine, right? He might be a little blissfully ignorant, okay? The pages they're just very youthful, new knowledge. All right. But, and he might be a little overindulgent. Okay. So just watch for those things. But Scorpio, he's unbothered, right? He's doing his own thing. He's drinking from his own cup. He's filling himself, right? He's unbothered. He doesn't care. And I feel like that's the vibe and that's the focus here. He doesn't care. He's doing this for him. He's completely content doing whatever he's doing, drinking from his own cup, loving life, right? And I think that's the current energy here. Focus on what you're doing because everybody will have a comment. Two of Cups, connection. 10 of Wands. Queen of Cups. You're meeting people in the middle. You're not going to where they are. You're not traveling the distance for them and for you, right? If you picture two people like that classic, where are we? That classic like 80s or 90s scene or wherever we see the two people at the end of the movie like running on the beach and then they embrace and whatever, but they meet each other in the middle. It feels like perhaps the time is over for you to be running the distance for you plus that other person, right? You're done. You'll meet them in the middle, but you won't go further. And that's what I'm seeing here. You're done. You're meeting people in the middle. And by doing that, you're showing up for yourself. And you're drinking from your own cup. That's totally okay. Yeah, you're done overcompensating for other people. And also with this idea that you, perhaps for some of you, feel the need to overcompensate because you feel less than. Because you're not where society thought you would be. Again, take that as it resonates, okay? But you're very much about equal partnership. And not going any further than you feel comfortable. And you know your line. And that's lovely. We're going to flip this card over here. 4 of Cups. Okay. Interesting here. This is the first time that the 4 of Cups, it's like, okay, well, how's that fit in there? Interesting. I'm wondering if this energy is blocking okay, meeting people in the middle, you're drinking from your own cup, you're choosing this isolation here. Everything you're doing is for you on this board, right? This feels like a warning or like a caution or like a yellow light that be careful that you don't go too far the other way. Right? You can meet people in the middle and show up and not move a step further than what you need, but we all need people, right? And you can drive yourself and fill your own cup and be independent and do only what you want to do, right? But don't go so far in that you do isolate yourself, right? As I said, you've been hardworking. You are propelling yourself forward, right? You are moving yourself forward. This is very much your own personal journey, but don't close yourself off to the people that love you, the people that support you and cheerlead you, right? Don't close yourself off from experiencing that and that connection with the people that matter. because that's going to help you move forward as well, right? So that's what that feels like, the Four of Cups. Like, don't go too far down the road of thinking you can do it all yourself, or just being so focused on what it is that you're trying to build and create here that you cut everything and everyone off, right? You still want to remain open. You still want to keep that Three of Wands energy, this energy here, right? We want that openness, right? We don't want to start closing ourselves off to the universe and to people, right? So just keep that in mind as you go forward, Scorpio, okay? Let's see. Faithfulness, 47, and 34, hospitality. Oh, look at those owls. Wisdom. 47. You may have to disappoint someone to stay true to yourself. Oh my God. Exactly what we were saying. Faithfulness is a wonderful state of being, one of the few that require at least two people. Being faithful means accompanying a person on their journey through life. Watching your loved one from a distance, then again up close, that is faithfulness. Overcoming crises together, not letting one careless word scare us away. Being there for each other without expectations. Having a faithful companion in your life is a gift that should never be destroyed by expectations. Sometimes it is meaningful to be faithful to one person, even if this might be viewed as faithlessness by another. Interesting. I feel like the message of this, you may have to disappoint someone to stay true to yourself, is the message that you were meant to hear, Scorpio, okay? 34. Hospitality. A comfortable, bright environment sets the stage for a deep, meaningful exchange. Is your house or apartment a place where you feel comfortable? Do you like having guests and welcome them in a friendly manner? Or would you rather not let anyone into your home? The angels are longing for a benign place that allows them to foster inspiring thoughts and healing conversations among people. There are many paths to healing. Many a heart-to-heart conversation conducted in a luminous environment has changed a person's life. Invite people you care about and who you might feel benefit from an inspiring chat. It may turn out different than you think. Yeah, I feel like that speaks on the caution of that Four of Cups there. Like, don't close yourself off entirely, that you're not allowing yourself to connect with others, right? You can meet them halfway, right? Meet them halfway, but don't not meet them at all, right? Because, and I get it, I feel like, you know, Scorpio, for a long time you've been meeting them all the way and they haven't been moving at all. But you can't now take that and say, okay, well, now you got to move all the way and I'm not moving at all. You got to come to me, right? No, we meet halfway. And so I feel like that's what that's speaking on just a little bit there. We have to be open to connection. We have to be open to what spirit has to tell us, what people have to tell us, the people that we know, love, and trust, right? And just remain open and willing to the universe for those bits of insight and wisdom. Okay. Wow. What a lovely reading. Scorpio, that's what I have for you. I really hope you enjoyed this reading, and I really hope you gained some insight heading into October. Thank you so much for taking the time. Please do me a favor and let me know what you're working on and where you see yourself headed, right? Because it's awesome. I really appreciate you taking the time, and I'm just like at a loss for words right now. I don't know. I appreciate you taking the time, and I wish you all the best today and always. You take care.